Oh my gosh. That's enough. Oh, hey, that's no joke. What's up, YouTube? You here with Josh Bailey. Welcome to my channel, man. Today we're gonna go over 4 exercises that help me build my hamstrings. I know you guys want the girth, I know you guys want the size, and the quads always look good, but the hamstrings is what really gives you the girth and help you build your legs stronger, because the first thing you're gonna pull is a hamstring. So let's not do that. Let's make them strong. Let's get them right so you can perform like you want to. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so my #1 exercise is stiff leg Romanian deadlifts. This has been my go-to to grow my hamstrings, and it leaves me sore every time. But before you can do a real good stiff leg Romanian deadlift, you have to stretch. So this is really not about a stretching video. This is more about lifting and strengthening the muscle, but I'm gonna show you 2 exercises that I never skip before I train my hamstrings. So there's 2 stretches that I'm gonna show you, okay? The first one is called the Spider-Man lunge and T rotation. All right, this is a classic. This one has to come before you do the next one, so make sure you pay attention. Spider-Man lunge. You're in a push-up position. Your foot comes on the outside of your hand. Okay, see how I did that? If I'm doing on this side, foot comes out, back leg stays straight. Okay, this elbow goes down. It goes down and pushes hard, okay? What I'm trying to do is get a good stretch right here. So this elbow goes down as far as you can, keeping that back leg straight. Once I get a good stretch, I'm gonna turn, do some rotation, and I'm gonna switch legs. Bring the elbow down, as hard as you can, as far as you can, turn and rotate, okay? I do at least 8 to 10 reps of those, so a good 5 on each leg. All right, next exercise is gonna be, what do we call them? Oh, you have walkouts, and then you have inchworms, okay? We're gonna do the walkouts instead though. Inchworms help too. So, with walkouts, basically what you're doing, you're walking out with your hands. Now for me, I like to get my lower back in. I push up, lay back down, walk it back. Legs nice and straight. Boom, see that? My hands can touch the ground. Can yours touch the ground? If not, do more of these. Walk out, push, and walk it back. Make sure you do those. Now that we got it out the way, let me show you the difference between an RDL and a stiff leg RDL, all right? I go with the stiff leg RDL, so there's a lot more stress on the hamstrings, so let me show you the difference. Your regular RDL, what are we looking for here? We're looking for bend in the knees, bend at the hips, push your butt back, and you get a lot of bend in the knees. You can see a good knee bend. I can feel my hamstrings in my lower back, okay? For a stiff leg deadlift, it's more hinge at the waist, less knee bend, and we dropping down until it feels like we're almost doing like a sit and reach, but standing, right? Like we're trying to touch our toes, and you feel that pressure right here. This is what we want. So if I grab the bar again, I'm coming down with that hold. You feel that pull, and then you come up. All right, watch again. Less knee bend, really soft, hinge at the waist, the hips, feel it, and come up. So this is why we did those stretches in the beginning, because if you don't stretch, you can possibly pull your hamstring. So I'm gonna take you guys through a quick 10 reps so you can see how it looks. You can go heavy on these, but sometimes you wanna make sure your grip doesn't give out, so you can use wrist wraps. I also use a belt because it does put pressure on your lower back when you're lifting a little bit heavier. So I'm gonna add some weight, and I'm gonna show you guys how a real set looks like. All right. All right, guys, here we go. Make sure you start bending those knees. All right, don't pick it up like this. Bend those knees. It's like a deadlift. And that's how you do it. All right, notice when I was going down, I wasn't having a straight back. I was actually arching my back, keeping nice strong posture. You know, when you go down, you wanna lift your toes off the ground a little bit, put more pressure on your heels. That way you can, get that mind-muscle connection of feeling it in your hamstring. So that's how you do it, guys. This is one of my favorites. This is number one when it comes to building my hamstrings. So make sure you do it, all right? Let's move on to number two. All right, guys, number two will be single leg RDLs. Now I do this with a staggered stance. Why do I do this? Because I want to make sure I don't have muscular imbalances. Also, I want to make sure I just work on things individually. So that means if you always do things with both legs, that's called bilateral workouts. If you do things with single leg, it's called unilateral, which can fix muscular imbalances and can also help with stability. So let me show you how I do these, okay? You gotta get dumbbells for this one. All right, and it's very simple. You'll see a lot of people maybe do these, right? They do one leg, which is fine. And I don't have a problem with just, putting it on one side. But I do like to double mine up. That's an option. But what I do, I say this side, I stagger it, my toe on the ground, I bend it, but my other leg is straight. So this leg will still be straight. I'm hinging, same like an RDL. But I'll put all the pressure on this leg. This leg is just here to stabilize a little bit. The best thing about doing this exercise, you can actually put the dumbbells on the side. You don't have to keep them in front. So if I'm showing you from this angle, basically I'm leaning forward, dumbbells on the side. Again, push your butt back, soft knee bend, arch your back, then pull it up. All right, let me show you a few reps of how I would do it if I was actually training by myself. So that's my number two. One thing you'll notice is that your grip starts to give out, but that's training also for your grip and your forearm strength. So you don't have to always use wrist wraps. Another thing I want you guys to understand is that when you get closer to the end of your reps, you want to start using explosion, right? You don't want to always work on slow twitch muscle fibers because it makes you possibly stiff and slower. So once it gets harder, start exploding out of that movement so you can still work on your fast twitch muscle fibers and still feel like an athlete, not just a bodybuilder, all right? Let's move on to number three. I'm an online fitness coach and I spend a good amount of time sitting down, helping my clients reach their goals. And you guys already know, the longer you sit down, the more problems you have. Things like upper back problems, lower back problems, hip problems, and it even goes down to your legs with having tight hamstrings and even tight calves. So having the right chair can be critical if you want to sit comfortable and get your work done. That's why I had to switch out this normal computer chair and I had to replace it with the new AndaSeat Kaiser 4 gaming chair. Much better. This is a gaming chair and sometimes I play video games, but most of the time I'm sitting behind my desk making sure my clients reach their goals. So let me tell you a little bit about this chair and why it's so much better than your regular office chair. Just like most chairs, you can simply adjust the seat height by using this knob on the side of the chair. Release to go up, press back down to go down. One of the features that I love about this chair is the magnetic headrest. No matter how tall or short you are, you can still make it comfortable by adjusting it to any height that you want. So you have a 4-way lumbar adjustment feature on this chair. All right, with this knob right here, you can turn it clockwise, and what it's gonna do is gonna take this part of the chair and it's gonna come out towards you for support. Now if I do counterclockwise, it's gonna simply go back. On your left side, rotate this clockwise, and what it's gonna do from that support that was out here is now gonna move upward. One of the best features is the 24-degree pop-out lumbar support. You have this knob here, right? And when you open it, this pops out to support, give you some support in your lower back. I want you to check this out. You have a 135-degree backrest recline. By simply pulling this knob right here, you can go from 90 all the way to 135. You have a 150-degree max recline when you use rocking mode. Check this out. I unlock it, and now I have like a rocking chair. Imagine that with the recline. Oh, make sure you lock it. Very supportive. Even if I move, nothing changes until I unrelease. Tell me which chair has a 6D armrest that you've seen. I'll wait. because you have it. This chair, by simply pressing this button right here, this chair can go out, go back, and it can rotate up to 180 degrees. With this knob, you can simply get an incline position if you want to put your arms in that position. And with this knob on the outside, you can adjust the height of the armrest. The AndaSeat Kaiser 4 gaming chair is literally the most comfortable chair that I've ever sat in. You can find more information about it when you click the link in the description below.
20 years.
Yeah.
That's my age, bro.
20. You look good, bro, for 20.
Thank you.
Guys, he's 20, all right? I just saw him doing these, and I was like, you know, how many sets you got left? And he said he has 6 sets. So what he's doing is a pre-exhaust, right? Pre-exhaust to get the muscles flowing, get a little bit fatigued. And then he's gonna hit those stiff leg deadlifts like I was just talking about. This is a good way to switch it up, right? It doesn't matter which order, it matters how you do it. So he's doing it right. He understands that the girth of the legs come from the hamstrings, and the quads is just, you know, the polished up, good looking part of the muscle that, you know, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but of course the hamstring matters the most. So now let me get a set in real quick, and then we work in together.
All right.
What's your name, by the way?
Christian.
Christian, nice to meet you, bro. He's only 20, guys. Look at this, look good. Let's go. All right, guys, number 3 is the hamstring curl. Now, which curl is best, okay? You got the lying leg curl or you got the seated leg curl. They both are good, but my preference would be more the seated leg curl because I can pull it back a little bit more. The more contraction I get, the more squeeze, the more blood flow, right? You want that like cramping feel when you do it. You want to make sure it's contracting and it actually burns. But this is available, so we're gonna do it now. All right, let me show you how I do this. First things first, you want to make sure it's long enough, right, to go on the back of your heels. Now, this is pretty easy for me. But what I'm looking for, right, if it's this light, sometimes I like to do single leg. All right, one of the combos that I do the most, I'll do both legs, and then to finish it off, I'll do single leg. But you can do either one, but this is something I do to just really fatigue my hamstring. So let me take you through a real set so you can see how painful it is. All right, you wanna add your weight. Squeeze. All right, Chris, let's go, buddy. Perfect form, all right? One thing I want you guys to pay attention to as he's doing this, you see he get a good squeeze, right? Big cue. Make sure your hips are down. Make sure you're pressing your hips into the pad, all right? You don't want to push your butt up because you're using more momentum, right? You want to use those hammies. Good. Keep pressing that button to the seat. Good. All right, press your hips, squeeze your glutes, and pull those hamstrings. But this look good. Perfect. You also see, guys, his heels are at the end, right? You don't want them up here. You want the pad at the end. Perfect. Come on, get a few more. Good. Explode up. Come on. Explode up. Ah, good. Come on, Chris. Come on. Yep. You got a few more in you. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, this is how you train right here. This is it. You see it's burning now. You got to get those last 3 reps. One more time. Come on. Get up, squeeze. Get up, squeeze. Nice. Nice. Good work, bro. Good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys, so I like the seated leg curl more. All right, you want to make sure this is at your heels. You're going to make sure your seat is back far enough so this can be at your heels. You don't want it to be like crunched. So I'll put it down. And the reason I like it more because I can't like use my hips, right? I have to use everything pulling from the hamstrings. See, when I get here, you can just hold it and it burns. It burns. Slowly up. Now once you get 10, make the weight half and finish off. So last but not least, number 4 is the Nordic hamstring curl. Now this is extreme, not even gonna lie, but if you want like real hamstring strength, if you wanna be fast, like athletes, understand this is where your speed comes from. If you're running, if you want more explosiveness, if you want more speed, fast twitch muscles, like this is where it comes from. This Nordic hamstring curl, it hurts. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, you need to start slow. So let me take you through the steps so you don't pull anything. All right, let's do it. All right, so if you're in your normal commercial gym, they might not have the Nordic hamstring like machine, you know? So you can use, this is a lat pull down machine, which pretty much this can adjust and go up and down. It's not that much space for your knee on this pad, but in other gyms like boutique gyms, you can find the specific machine for this. So what you wanna do is adjust it so that when you go like this, your foot is directly under it, right? You need support. So this is not that big for me, but I can still make it work. So I got both knees on the pad, both feet under. And this hurts, okay? What I'm trying to do here is slowly, right? If you're a beginner, slowly come out. And go back. That already hurts, okay? Look, I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm not trying to bend. I will bend to protect myself, but I'm not like going full force, right? I wanna squeeze a little bit so I can feel it. The more you do this, the less you get hamstring. You still feel it, but straighten up a little bit. Boom. Now, we come down and then we go up. Okay, you don't have to do that. You can slowly start right here. Hold it and come back. But athletes, we wanna go down slowly and pull up. Now there's two benefits. There's two working phases right here, as it is in all the exercises I showed you. But when I'm coming down, it's called the eccentric phase, right? This is where you work in the negative. Negative can help the concentric phase, which is the positive part where you're coming up, okay? So you wanna work both methods. Now, if you didn't do like any eccentric through all these exercises, you can really focus on the eccentric phase right here, and it can make your hamstrings extremely sore, but a lot stronger. All right, let's go through a working set so you can see how it looks. Here we go. See how hard it is. This is not easy. Just a few negatives. More explosive. Oh my gosh. That's enough. Oh. Hey, that's no joke. Now, I didn't say do all of these in a single workout. I'm talking about my top 4 exercises that you should do, right? So this is by far should be the first or second exercise that you do, because it's gonna take the most out of you compared to the single leg, you know, the stiff leg RDLs. All right, guys, so those are my top 4 exercises that you should do if you're trying to build strong hamstrings. And if you haven't, make sure you like this video, share it with a friend, but don't only do that, make sure you actually try this, because it's gonna make you get better, stronger, and more explosive whenever you actually need to use those hamstrings. So guys, make sure you follow these. You're here with Josh Bailey, Muscle Chef, AKA the overall fitness junkie. I'll see you guys next time.